Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
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 I'm sorry.
Hello.
What was that note there? Hello.
I was laughing.
That's
All
not
right.
how you sing.
Hey, everybody.
I
Welcome
know.
back to the couch.
Welcome back to your satisfying crunch.
Yeah.
And welcome back to Steven Universe.
We
not
made that joke
Steven
last take
Universe.
and we decided to cut it. Come on, get with the program.
We cut the take, but not because of the joke.
The point is to make
You
each
know-
other laugh, not
You
them
know
laugh.
what? You know what would make this really, really special?
Confetti.
Yeah. I would totally make this special. Too bad that shit's not happening.
So, you're seeing... Are you alright?
I gotta not make myself laugh.
That's the
Delayed
best
reaction.
part. You're seeing this after Thanksgiving. We hope that you were able to survive the turkey hunting seasoning, those of you with wings,
Right.
and survive the basting season, those of you with yeast.
The turkey hunting seasoning?
Yes, where they season the turkeys.
Or the turkey hunters?
Whatever. I
Anyway.
said what I said.
As members of our extended family, we wish you and yours
A Merry Christmas.
a Merry
And a
Christmas
Happy New
and a
Year.
Happy Hanukkah.
What I was gonna say
And-
is that we are glad that you are joining us for our post-Turkey Day celebration with a bit of RWBY. We're happy to see our extended family here on the couch and to enjoy this show with you.
Right. Do we have anything to say about the last episode of RWBY before we jump into it?
The last one was a woman permanent.
Yes. Do we have anything to say about it?
I said what I was gonna say. I think Oz is hiding out somewhere that people
Is that
aren't
just
gonna
gonna be
find.
your thing now? I
Oz
said
is-
what I said.
It's not like I didn't
You
say
said
what
it
I
like
said.
3 times now already, and it's only been like 5 minutes.
Look, I said what I said. Let's hop right into it.
All right. Here we go, everybody.
RWBY, Volume 4, Chapter 3,
Chapter 4.
Chapter 4, whatever.
Family. Oh.
Don't move.
Got enough controllers over there?
Nope.
Didn't he tell you not to move? Stop it.
Oh, it's Farm Boy again.
Finally, the answers we all need. Which Kingdom Heart? Oh, he looks totally different. His hair was not black before, right?
I don't think it was. I think it was red.
Yeah. He's curious too.
Hello? Hello, I'm Professor Oz.
Okay.
Oscar, be careful with those tools.
That's
Oscarpin?
Oscar.
Well, no, it's Oscarpin and Oscar.
I guess you can't really call it Oscar. You could, but that'd just be silly. Huh.
And then in comes Crow wearing a skirt. I was just a TA. I didn't know what to do, so I just left the room to laugh.
Yeah, we told him it was a kilt. He'd never worn a uniform before, so he didn't no.
That is terrible. What is wrong with you?
Hey! The girls all said he had nice legs. I did that jerk a favor. Besides, that's not even the best part. See, then we...
Like what you see? Whoa! Oh, Miss Shaw, please join us.
Yes. Pull up a chair. Please pull up a chair.
I'm good. So, what are you doing here?
Despite popular belief, teachers do have a life outside the classroom. Professor Goodwitch is working round the clock to restore Beacon to its former glory. But Mistral wasn't built in a day, and we all need some rest from time to time.
Look, let's not worry about that right now. So, there we were, standing in the auditorium, looking at Crow wearing a skirt. Then Oz tells everyone it's time to work on our landing strategy.
The Broadway twins have always been interesting, to say the least. That sure didn't seem to stop young Ty.
Hey, come on, man, she's right here.
Oh, please. She's a mature young woman. If she can handle combat, she can handle a few jabs at her old man.
That's not the issue, Pete. And besides, she's still a teenager.
She is also in the room and can be directly spoken to. And I think I've been through enough to be considered an adult at this point.
Adult or not, you've still got a long way to go before you're ready for the real world.
Oh my gosh, does every father figure just have the same 3 condescending phrases?
Yeah,
Yep.
but we only use them when we mean it.
That's so.
Also true.
As a matter of fact, it is so. If you honestly think that you're ready to go out there on your own, well, I guess you lost some brain cells along with that arm.
Ooh. Oh.
Jerk!
Oh.
Are we finally talking about the guy in the room?
The Goliath. Oh, it's the elephant grin.
Okay.
Miss Shaula. Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, why haven't you tried on the arm yet?
Oh, yes. A piece of Atlas technology being given out like that is rare indeed. Not to mention the effort it took to deliver it here. It seems a great many people want to see you return to normal.
I'm scared. Everyone keeps talking about me getting back to normal, and I appreciate it, but this is normal now. It's just taking me a while to get used to it.
Well, normal is what you make it.
What is that supposed to mean? Do you want me to just pretend like nothing happened? I lost a part of me. A piece of me is gone, and it's never coming back.
You're right. It's not coming back. But that doesn't have to stop you from becoming who you want to be. You're Yang Xiao Long, my sunny little dragon. You can do whatever you put your mind to. So whenever you're ready to stop moping and get back out there, I'll be there for you.
Fear is like any other emotion. It comes and goes. It's all in how you handle it.
It's a very good
Why,
supposition.
even I find myself wrestling with that emotion from time
I
to
don't know. I
time.
can wrestle with anything. with
Really?
Tiny little arms.
He's afraid of mice.
They bring only disease and famine! And don't even get me started on their tails. So hairless, simply unnatural.
I assure you, you're safe. There's no mice here right now.
Good night.
be a while before we return. There is still much work to be done at the school.
I hesitate to ask, but is there any word from young Miss Rose?
Young Miss Rose.
Not yet. Have you thought about going after her?
Oh, she's not the old Rose.
I've got to look after some things.
Come on, guys! If we pick up the pace, we can hit the next town before sunset.
Assuming it's still there.
Of course it'll be there!
Yeah.
This one's supposed to be pretty big.
Higanbana. It's a well-protected village with a popular inn.
Which means no camping in the rain. See? Everything's gonna be fine.
You know, we've had a lot of ups and downs, but things could be a lot worse.
Did Johnny grow like a foot since the last episode?
Our luck is finally turning around.
Why does that rock look like a motor?
Higanbana.
Are we supposed to be scared of a Beowulf? Oh.
Interesting, because we've always assumed that the crows that we see, or the blackbirds that we see, are Crow and his siblings.
Wondering.
Well, there's a theory that Raven can turn into a raven also.
Well, yeah, we've heard about hereditary semblance. I would not be surprised if they can both be birds.
She has to look around and count. How many of us made it through? Oh, 4.
Oh, I didn't.
From the woman upstairs. Red eyes. Said you wouldn't mind bottom shelf.
I guess it was Raven.
But I went ahead and gave you top. Lucky you.
Uncle Crow was mine some top.
Although, kids, top shelf whiskey shouldn't have ice cubes in it.
What's with the guy just standing on the wall?
Hello, brother.
It's like,
Raven.
this isn't gonna be good.
So, what do you want?
A girl can't just catch up with her family.
She can, but you're not. How about we get on with it? Unless you plan on keeping these coming.
Does she have it?
Okay.
Did you know Yang lost her arm?
That's not...
Rhetorical question. I know you know. It's just obnoxious that you'd bring up family and then carry on like your own daughter doesn't exist.
I saved her.
Once. Because that was your rule, right? Real Mom of the Year material, sis.
I told you Beacon would fall, and it did. I told you Ozpin would fail, and he has. Now you tell me, does Salem have it?
Oh, does Salem?
I thought you weren't interested in all of that.
Yeah.
I just want to know what we are up against.
I thought she was asking if Ruby.
And which we are you referring to?
Why is she so much bigger than him?
Genetics?
No, like her entire head is bigger than his head.
The only way we beat her is by working together. All of us.
You're the one who left. The tribe raised us, and you turned your back on them.
Okay.
They were killers and thieves.
They were your family.
You have a very skewed perception of that word.
I lead our people now. And as leader, I will do everything in my power to ensure our survival.
I saw. The people of Shion saw too.
The weak die, the strong live.
Oh.
Those are the rules.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, you've certainly got someone strong on your side. I've seen the damage.
We couldn't have known the Grimm would set in as quickly as they did.
I'm not talking about the Grimm. And I'm not talking about you either.
If you don't know where the relic is, then we have nothing left to talk about.
I don't know where the Spring Maiden is either. But if you do, I need you to tell me.
And why would I do that?
Because without her, we're all going to die.
And which we are you referring to?
Ooh.
All right.
Throw it back in your face.
So now we sort of understand why there's the divide.
Make this one a double.
Yeah, that was not at all what I expected, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get started.
All right. So this is a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah, I have
All
to
right.
say that we...
Before we
Okay.
discuss, I want to reset the timer. All right.
Okay, so lots of stuff. Obviously, at least I think it's obvious, the same thing that's happening with Pierre is happening with Oz.
Okay, that's interesting. I hadn't looked at it that way, but I can see it.
Oscar is hearing Ozpin's voice. Ruby is hearing Pierre's voice.
Right. Well, that puts a damper in my theory,
Which is telepathy.
which was
Wait,
that,
but didn't Oscar's hair change color?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I think that it takes a lot of the wind out of the sails of the idea that Oscar, who we have a name for now, is a reincarnation of Ozpin.
Yeah.
But there is a way that, you know, people, maybe that he and Ruby are sensitive to that kind of thing. I do think it's an interesting note that he's got a rainbow handkerchief.
I thought that was very framed.
Yes.
It was very prominent.
Yeah, so that was, I know there's a lot of talk and there's been a lot of debate in the RWBY community about bringing an LGBT character into the story, how that's going to be done, whether or not it has to be done, whether or not it should be done, and all of that stuff. And we're not going to get into all of that stuff right now. I think that if the character makes sense and the motivations for the character make sense, then the character should be whoever the character is. And if it makes sense for them to be trans or gay or bi, then they should be trans or gay or bi. If it doesn't make sense for them to be trans, gay, or bi, then they shouldn't be. Just like you on a personal level.
So, moving on from
Right,
Oscar,
moving
because
on to
that was one scene, and there's a lot more going on here.
Yang's relationship with her father, I thought that was an interesting thing where the teasing back and forth goes through. The laughter was a little strained, but
I felt like part of the kitchen scene really, it didn't make sense to me how the characters reacted, because there was a lot of tension between Tai and Yang, and then he made the comment about her arm, and I can understand that with a lighter tone and in a lighter context, that could be a joke, but with that much tension, I don't.
Well, different people deal with things in emotional situations, and I think what they were showing us there is that Yang gets her coping mechanism, which is bad puns, from her father.
Yeah,
and I think I actually like the way that scene played out. I think it talks a lot about the family dynamic. I think it talks a lot about how Yang was raised, and the whole jokes thing and the way that she does the terrible puns, and that I think it was a way to really show an aspect of her history and bring that out. And the tension in the room was palatable. I mean, the tension here was like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. But then you come to oh, okay. And so it allows them to move past. So I disagree with you on that. I think that it was really well done, and I liked it.
It was unexpected for me. I didn't expect her to react that way, but I don't think it's nonsensical that she did, and I think it does speak to her character, the way Tai Yang treats her, because I think that it shows, like you said, a lot of the origin of Yang's personality. Her whole thing is that when you upset her, she goes ballistic, and I think showing how and why she might get upset by showing how and why she doesn't get upset. You know, the idea that Yang is A, thick-skinned, and B, used to familial teasing. I think it ties together that Yang is very family-oriented, and only people who are her family, whether by blood or not, are allowed to talk to her like that. And if anyone else wants to say something, they can get hit, you know?
So
You're gonna get these hands!
Also, we found, we saw that Crow was trailing the team Team Orange, and that he was helping. Not that they couldn't handle a Beowulf. First do with the new tongue. Not that they couldn't handle a Beowulf, but that he's just kind of there. There was a little nod to the fact that we see crows or these blackbirds flying around. So now what I think is that the birds are trained by Raven, and that's how Raven is tracking their So I think we can assume, or I can assume, or we can guess that all of the blackbirds that we see are servants of Raven. She's got trained birds that she uses to spy, send messages, things like that.
That's why in the opening credits, we see a bird fly up and then we see crow, but we see them both in the same thing. They're not both crow. One of them is
So did you
Raven
guys
and
not
or
think
Raven's
that
bird.
they could both be birds?
They can both be birds.
Okay, because the whole time I've been under the assumption that both of them were birds and that we were seeing both of them.
I'm also under the assumption that
I'm going to the next step. I'm saying that Crow turns into a crow. Raven does not turn into a raven, but she has trained ravens and trained crows that she uses to gain information. And
I was just saying, in the what you were just talking about, there's the reason there's two birds in the intros because they both do bird stuff.
Yeah, they both do bird stuff.
She was thinking that the crow in the intro turned into Crow.
Gotcha. I was not thinking that.
But then you see Crow and Crow in the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we find out that we get confirmation that Raven is not working with Salem. Raven is working against Salem, but does not agree with how Ozpin wanted to.
I disagree. Raven is the leader of the bandits. She's looking out for her own people.
Yes, but she's working against Salem. And the reason why she's not working with Crow and Ozpin is that she doesn't think that they're doing it right.
I don't think she's working against Salem. I think she's working for the survival of her tribe, and a powerful artifact could help her greatly.
Yes, but I will say that I'll say that she's working against Salem because she understands that it's in the best interest of her tribe that Salem not have the power.
I think that she recognizes that Salem is a threat, at least at this point, but Crow very much outright said that, you told me that you weren't interested in this, that whatever feud Salem and Oz has, you've been distancing yourself from.
No, that's not what he said at all.
He said, I thought you were above these things.
That's not what he said at all.
All right.
He said you didn't want to do the stuff that we wanted to do. They're both working for the same end. They both want to defeat they both want to defeat Salem. She doesn't agree with how Oz was doing it. She's doing it on her own thing. Survival of the fittest.
She doesn't want Salem to be the fittest.
She doesn't want Salem to be the fittest. She thinks that Oz is coddling people and.
Yeah, I disagree.
So,
I don't think that's the case.
I think that we'll find out that I'm right. Talked about the
Raven. Talked about Yang.
Talked about Yang. Crow is following him around. And in the credits we find out that Oscar has an aunt, or an aunt, depending on where you live. And that means that Oscar is Dorothy.
Living in a barn.
Living in a farm.
Connection to the Wizard of Oz.
Yes. So that's where that all comes in. So,
although Ruby does have a little dog too.
That's true.
And she's being pursued by the well, I guess she's not. Maybe if Dorothy or Oscar has whatever the artifact is, Oscar will be pursued by the Wicked Witch.
Well, no, the witch in the original stories, the witch was after the silver shoes, the silver slippers, and Ruby has the silver eyes. But
and the little dog too.
And she's got the silver eyes and the little dog too. The little dog too. She's got the little dog too.
The second little dog?
No, Zwei.
Oh, is Zwei? I thought Zwei was for one.
No, Ein is one.
Ein is one. Zwei is two. The little dog too. That's good. And your little dog too. All right.
Ruby is Dorothy and Red Riding Hood?
Oscar is secret. New theory.
Judge Dread Riding Hood. Make it happen.
Ruby time traveled, and Oscar is secretly from another dimension and a time travel. No?
No.
Isn't that the popular time travel? No?
No.
We learned that one of them has a time semblance, though. It's a big thing that
What?
People are surprised by the fact that one of the characters, Ozpin, has a semblance revolving around time.
When did we find out what Ozpin's semblance
There was information released by the creators that one of the characters has a time-based semblance.
Yeah, but that didn't say it was... They didn't say it was Oz.
They didn't say it was Oz, no.
So we don't know that Oz has a time-based semblance.
It would make sense.
But he time-traveled and he's Crow. And Salem is Raven.
Right. And there's always room on the couch.